Talks with Iran over its nuclear enrichment program. That's been something the Bush administration has long resisted. In the second part of my exclusive interview, I asked former Secretary of State Colin Powell how he felt about Senator Barack Obama's very different approach toward Iran. What do you think of Senator Obama's statements suggesting that he would enter into a direct dialogue with the leaders, not only of North Korea, but Iran and even Cuba, face-to-face talks? You're a former Secretary of State. Here's what he said about the possibility of talking with the leaders of Iran.
I think, and the National Intelligence Estimate, the last report suggested that if we are meeting with them, talking to them, and offering them both carrots and sticks, they are more likely to change their behavior, and we can do so in a way that does not ultimately cost billions of dollars, thousands of lives, and hurt our reputation around the world.
I think we should be talking to the leaders of states that we have significant disagreements
with.
Including
state sponsors of terror?
Yeah, I was talking to Syria during the time that I was Secretary of State. I visited Damascus on a fairly regular basis. They were always tough conversations. Sometimes I came away with no progress. Sometimes I got things done. Sometimes I did things that helped Israel. But you have to talk to folks that you may not necessarily like, and you can't put down impossible preconditions for conversation. You can't say, give me what I want before I will talk to you. That doesn't work. It won't work with Syria. It won't work with Iran. So yes, I would be talking. We have an embassy that's open in Damascus, Syria. So I would send the ambassador back and begin a dialogue.
And what about Iran?
I would talk to Iran. We were starting to have quiet conversations with Iran at a low level. Mr. Obama did not say he would talk. He said we. And we were talking to Iran in a very low-level, multilateral conversations, and they had some value to them. And so I would begin conversations with the Iranians. We're talking to them in Baghdad every few months about security matters. And if we can do that in Baghdad with our ambassador and their representatives, I don't see why we can't speak to them in other fora. And it doesn't mean on a single issue. Just start talking to them about the full range of issues that have kept us in this situation with each other since 1979. It's time to move on. America is a strong, powerful nation. We are politically powerful, economically powerful, militarily powerful. And it seems to me that with all of this power and all this influence in the world, we should be willing to talk to nations that are basically weaker than we are. And we should not be afraid to be seen talking to them.
Who's your candidate for President of the United States?